Hello students, in this video we are going to solve this problem from quadratic equations. A cottage industry produces certain number of pottery articles in a day. Okay, an industry is producing some articles like pots or diyas and something, right? And it was observed on a particular day that cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. See, I'll repeat. It was observed on a particular day that cost of production of each article. What is cost of production of each article? The amount spent in producing one article. Okay. Was how much? 3 rupees more than twice the number of articles produced. Okay. If total cost of production was 90 rupees, find number of articles produced and cost of each article. Okay. See, we don't know how many articles are produced. Right, so let number of articles produced be X. Okay, what is given? Cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles. So cost of each article was equal to how much? It was 3 more, means plus 3 more than twice the number of articles. We took the number of articles as X, so twice will be 2x and plus 3. So this is the cost of each article. Now it was given that, see, if total cost of production was 90 rupees, what is total cost of production? Like for example, let us say so cost of each article is 5 rupees and we have produced 10 articles. So cost of production, total cost of production will be 5 multiplied by 10, 50 rupees. How much amount was spent in making this 5 articles? And each article is costing 10 rupees. So 5 tens are 50, right? So if 10 articles are produced, each article is costing 10 rupees. So what is the total production cost? 100, 10 into 10, like this. In our case, articles produced are X, number of articles produced are X, each article's cost is 2x plus 3. So total production cost will be equal to how much? We should multiply this. Okay, so according to the problem, X into 2x plus 3 is equal to how much? Total production cost 90 rupees. Alright, so multiply this. X into 2x is 2x square, X into 3 is 3x. Let us bring this 90 this side, it will become minus 90. Alright, I hope you understood the equation. Now let us simplify this equation using factorization method. So 2 into 90 is 180, factors of 180 to 90. Will 2 and 90 give us plus 3, middle term? No. So 245, 2 2s are 4, 4 and 45, will it give us plus 3? No. Alright. So this is 3 15s, 3 2s 6, 6 2s 12. Yes, 12 and 15. See, factors of 180 are 12 and 15. If we multiply 12 and 15, we'll get 180. And how can we write 12 and 15 to get the middle term? Like this, right? Plus 3. Minus 12 plus 15 is equal to plus 3. So let us split the middle term in this form. Minus 12x plus 15x minus 90 is equal to 0. Okay, if you did not watch my factorization video, I recommend you go watch that video. It will be very easy for you. Okay, now what can we take common from the first two terms? We can take 2x common. So if we take 2x common, x will be remaining minus 6. Okay, if you are having doubts, just multiply 2x into x is 2x square, 2x into 6 is 12x. And whatever we get inside the bracket, we will have the same thing here also, right? X minus 6. Outside the brackets, plus 15. Okay, because we need plus 15x. We had x. If we multiply by 15, we'll get plus 15x. Okay, now we have x minus 6 and 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. So this is x minus 6 is equal to 0, 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. Okay. X is equal to 6. Here 2x is equal to minus 15, x is equal to minus 15 divided by 2. See, x cannot be negative. This is wrong. X cannot be negative because x is the number of articles produced. How can number of articles produced be negative? Not possible, right? So we should consider x is equal to 6. Okay, I hope you understood why we are considering 6 and why not minus 15 by 2. Okay, what do we need to find? Find the number of articles produced. Okay, number of articles produced 6, we got this answer. Cost of each article. What is cost of each article? 2x plus 3. So 2 into what is x? 6 plus 3. This is 12 plus 3, 15 rupees. Cost of each article is 15 rupees. And how many articles are produced? 6 articles are produced. Okay, I hope you understood this. I am going to pause this video and write another question. Alright, in this, we are going to solve this problem from quadratic equations. 2 trains leave a station at the same time. First train travels towards west and the second train travels towards north. Okay, so first let me draw the directions: north, south, east, and this is west. Okay, north, south, east and west. Alright, what is given? First train travels towards west and the second train travels towards north. Alright, so see, first train travels towards west. So suppose this is the station, first train is traveling towards west. Okay, west is this side and the second train is traveling towards the north. Alright, first train travels 5 kilometers per hour faster than the second train. If we take the speed of the second train, see, let speed of second train be x kilometers per hour. What is the speed of this train? This is the second train, right, which is traveling north, x kilometers per hour. What will be the speed of the first train? See, speed of first train will be x plus 5 because it is traveling 5 kilometers per hour faster than the second train. So this speed is x plus 5. After 2 hours, the trains are 50 kilometers apart. That means they are traveling for 2 hours. So see, train has started from here and after 2 hours it has reached this point. And this train has started here and after 2 hours this train has reached this spot. Now after 2 hours the distance between these trains is equal to how much? 50 kilometers given. Now see, this will be a right angle triangle. If we use Pythagoras theorem, we will get the value of x. But just be careful here. Okay, don't be in a hurry, just be careful here. Because x is speed and x plus 5 is also speed. Speed of train, right? And 50 is the distance. We need distance. Okay, we need this distance, we need this distance. We don't need speeds here. X and x plus 5 are speeds, whereas 50 is distance, right? So, see here. How should we write this distance? Speed of second train was x, right? And the second train is traveling for 2 hours. So in 1 hour it will travel x kilometers, right? Because the speed is x kilometers per hour. In 1 hour it is traveling x kilometers. Now the trains have traveled how many hours? 2 hours. So in 2 hours it will travel how many kilometers? 2x. In the first kilometer x kilometers, in the second kilometer also x kilometers. So total it will be 2x. So this is in fact 2x. This is the distance 2x. Okay, what about the second train? See, sorry, first train. Speed of first train was x plus 5. This was the speed of the first train. So in 1 hour it will travel x plus 5. In the second hour also it will travel x plus 5. So total will be equal to how much? It will be 2x plus 10. So this one is 2x plus 10. I hope you understood. Don't use x and x plus 5 in this problem. Okay, 2x and 2x plus 10 are correct. Now if you apply Pythagoras theorem, what is Pythagoras theorem? The longest side, hypotenuse square, should be equal to perpendicular square and base square of a right angle triangle, right? So this is equal to 50 square. 50 square is equal to 2x square plus 2x plus 10 whole square. I hope you understood this, right? So 50 square is 2500 is equal to, this is 4x square, square is for 2, square is for x, plus I'm using a plus b whole square formula here. Okay, a square plus 2 into a into b plus b square. So this is 4x square plus this is also 4x square plus 2 2s are 4. 4 into 10 is how much? 40. This is 40x plus 100. Okay. So this 2500 I am bringing this side, so it will become minus 2500. So 0 is equal to 8x square. Why 8x square? We have 4x square. 4x square total is 8x square plus 40x. This one minus 2400 plus 100 minus 2500 is 2400, right? Minus 2400. See, we can simplify this equation by dividing by 8 on both sides. So what will this become now? This is 0 is equal to x square. 8 divided by 8 will get cancelled, right? X square plus 5x. 40 by 8 is 5 and here 8 1s are 8 3s are. So this will give us minus 300. Okay, I hope you understood this. So what is the equation now? X square plus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0. Now let us find the factor. See, 1 into 300 is 300. 2 goes in 300 150 times. Can we use 2 and 150 to write plus 5? No. Let us divide this further. So now can we use 4 and 75? See, 2 2s are 4 and 75 to write the middle term plus 5? No. Okay. All right. So 3 and this is how much? 15. 3. Okay, not 15. Let us write 5. 5 15s are. Okay. So see here, 5 2s are 10. 10 2s are 20. 20 and 15. Can we use 20 and 15 to write plus 5? Yes. So let us split that. X square plus 20x minus 15x minus 300 is equal to 0. Okay, I hope you understood this. Now let us take x common from the two terms. So this will give us x into x plus 20. Okay, and here x plus 20 is equal to 0. Alright, outside the brackets minus 15 will come. So this will give us x plus 20 and x minus 15 is equal to 0. So x will be equal to minus 20, right? And x will be equal to plus 15. But x is the speed of train. Can it be negative? No. So we should consider x is equal to 15. So speed of the second train is 15 kilometers per hour. And what is the speed of the second train? It is 15 plus 5 is equal to 20 kilometers per hour. We got 20 from here like this. Don't write plus 20 and plus 15. Okay. I hope you understood this problem. If I am going fast, I recommend you watch this video in 0.75 speed. Okay. I am going to rub this and I'll write one more question. Let us solve that question. Alright, let us solve this problem. In a class of 60 students, each boy contributed rupees equal to the number of girls and each girl contributed rupees equal to the number of boys. Now what is this? See, in a class of 60 students, so number of boys plus number of girls is 60. Sum is equal to how much? 60. Okay. So sum is equal to 60. Alright. Now see here. Let us say if there are 15 boys. If there are 15 boys, how many girls will be there? Tell me. If there are 15 boys, 60 minus 15 girls will be there. Right? Because 15 are boys and if we add it, this total should give us girls, right? 60 minus 15. So how much? 45 girls will be there. Alright. Now let us take the boys as x, number of boys as x. So girls will be 60 minus x. Alright. I hope you understood why we are taking x and 60 minus x. Don't take x minus 60. Alright. So we should take 60 minus x. Alright. Let number of boys be equal to x. Then number of girls will be equal to 60 minus x. Now if you read this question carefully, see, each boy contributed rupees equal to the number of girls. So there are x boys each boy contributed 60 minus x rupees. Like for example, if there are 5 boys and if each boy contributed 10 rupees, the total amount contributed by the boys will be 5 tens of 50 rupees, like this, right? So number of boys are x and each boy contributed 60 minus x rupees. So contribution by the boys will be equal to x multiplied by 60 minus x. Number of boys and each contributed 60 minus x. So this will be 60x minus x square, right? Why did each boy contribute 60 minus x? It is given that each boy contributed equal to the number of girls. So this is the number of girls. So each boy contributed 60 minus x. How many girls are there? That much amount each boy contributed, right? Alright, now see, the number of girls are 60 minus x, right? Number of girls 60 minus x. Number of boys are x. So each girl contributed x rupees. Okay. So 60 minus x girls contributed x rupees each. This is rupees, x rupees each. So contribution by girls will be equal to number of girls and how much they each contributed. So this is 60x minus x square. If you multiply 60 into x, 60x, x into x square with minus sign. It is given that the total contribution was 1600. So contribution of boys, contribution of girls. So this is contribution of boys, this is contribution of girls is equal to how much? 1600. They contributed equal amounts, right? 60 and 60 is how much? 120x minus x square is minus 2x square is equal to 1600. Now send these two terms on the other side. So this will become 0 is equal to 2x square minus 120x plus 1600, right? What can we take common? We can take 2 common, that is we can divide both sides by 2. So this is 0 is equal to x square minus 60x plus 800. Okay, 1600 divided by 2. Now if you factorize this 800, for 40 and 20 will work, right? So see, we have x square 60x plus 800 is equal to 0. Okay, factors of 800 are 420 and 420 can be written as minus 60 like this, minus 4 minus 20. So let us write it, x square minus 40x minus 20x plus 800 is equal to 0. So this will give us x minus 40 and here also x minus 40 outside the brackets minus 20 is equal to 0. So this will be x minus 40 multiplied by x minus 20 is equal to 0. So what is x now? 40 or 20? Which one is correct? 40 or 20? See, number of boys 40 we got, okay, and we got 20 also. Both values are correct. See here, if boys are 40, girls will be 60 minus 40. Girls will be 20. See, total is equal to how much? 60. And if you multiply this, see, number of boys are 40. Each boy contributed 20 rupees. So 40 into 20 will give us 800. And each girl contributed 40 rupees, right? So 20 into 40 will be 800. So total how much? 1600. Yes, it is satisfying the condition, right? So x is equal to 40 is correct. Let us check for 20. If boys, number of boys is 20, 60 minus 20, girls are 40. Okay, again sum is 60. So 20 boys each contributed 40 rupees. So this is 800 and 40 girls contributed 20 rupees each. So 40 into 20 is also 800. So total is how much? 1600. Okay. So both the values are correct. Number of boys are either 40 or 20. Okay. I hope you understood this. I am going to pause this video, rub this and write one more question. Alright, we are going to solve this problem. Motorboat heads upstream a distance of 24 kilometers on a river whose current is running at 3 kilometers per hour. Now what is upstream and downstream? See, we should learn what is upstream and downstream. Let us say this is the river and water is flowing in this direction. This is the direction of water, and the boat is also going in the same direction of the water. Okay, this is termed as downstream. Okay, and let us say the water is going in this direction and the boat is traveling in the opposite direction of the water. So this is upstream. Okay, this is termed as upstream. Now see, if the speed of the boat is 10 kilometers per hour and if the speed of the water is 3 kilometers per hour, see, when the boat is going with the flow of the water in the direction of the water, the speed will be more. So the speed will be 10 plus 3, speed of the boat plus speed of the water. Okay, 10 plus 3. Now here, if we take the speed of the boat as 10 and speed of the water as 3, the boat is going in the opposite direction. The speed will be less. It will be minus 10 minus 3. So remember, in downstream we will add the speeds, in upstream we will subtract the speeds. Okay, I hope you understood this, upstream and downstream. All right, now there is a motorboat which is heading upstream. All right, so water is going this side upstream, right? Boat is going this side, and this distance of this river is 24 kilometers. On a river whose current is running at 3 kilometers, speed of the water is 3 kilometers per hour. We don't know what is the speed of the boat. Okay, we need to find the speed of the boat. Let speed of the boat be x kilometers per hour. All right, the trip up and back, see the trip. Okay, boat is starting from here, it is going there, and from there it is coming back. So the trip up and back takes 6 hours. All right, assuming the motor boat maintain constant speed, what is the speed? See, in physics we have a formula. Speed is distance covered by time. So if you send time there, so time will be equal to distance by speed. We'll use this formula. Okay, see, we took the speed. Let speed of boat be x kilometers per hour. Okay, this is little lengthy problem, just hang around. X kilometers per hour. Okay, so let us take the time traveled upstream. Okay, time traveled to go upstream. I hope you are understanding my handwriting. Okay, be t1. So t1 will be equal to distance. See, how much is this distance? 24 kilometers divided by speed. Now it is going upstream. Speed of the water is 3. Speed of the boat is x. Speed of the water is 3. So upstream means, just now we have studied, we should subtract, right? So this will be x minus 3. So this speed is x minus 3. Okay. Similarly, let us take time taken to travel. Okay, to go downstream, be t2. So t2 will be equal to, see, the boat is coming back again. So distance of the river is not changing, 24, right? What will be the speed now? It is coming downstream now. The water is going in this direction and the boat will also come in this direction. In that case, speed will be added, x plus 3. Okay, and it is given that up and downstream takes how much? 6 hours. So it is given that t1 plus t2 is equal to 6 hours. t1 is the time taken to go upstream, t2 is the time taken to come downstream. So t1 plus t2 is equal to 6 hours given. So let us substitute the values of t1 and t2. So this is t1 24 by x minus 3 plus t2 is 24 by x plus 3 is equal to 6. If you simplify, we will get a quadratic equation. Now see, denominators are different. So let us multiply the denominators and cross multiply these numbers. So this is 24 multiplied by x plus 3, 24 multiplied by x minus 3 is equal to 6. Okay. So this is 24x plus 24 multiplied by 3. I'm not multiplying that because they will get cancelled anyway. Here also 24 multiplied by x, 24 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6 into this. I am sending on the other side, x minus 3, x plus 3. This 2 will get cancelled, right? 1 is plus, 1 is minus. 24 is 48x is equal to 6 into x minus 3, x plus 3. This 6 goes on the other side. What will happen? It will divide 48. How many times will it go? 8 times. So 8x is equal to, see, multiply x into x is x square, x into 3 is 3x minus 3x minus 3 is how much? 9. So this will get cancelled. We can use a minus b, a plus b formula also, right? So send 8x on this other side. 0 is equal to x square minus 8x. It was plus, it became minus 9. Okay. So finally what do we have? We have x square minus 8x minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay. Now we should split the middle term and find the value of x. Alright, I don't have place here. What I'll do is I'll write here, hoping that it will take this much place only. See, 1 into 9 is how much? 9. Factors of 9, we can take 1 and 9 to get minus 8, right? Middle term. So I'm writing it like this. 9x minus 9 is equal to 0 plus 1 minus 9, because we need minus 8, right? So from these two terms we can take x common, so this will be x plus 1, and from here also it will be x plus 1 is equal to 0, outside the bracket 9. So x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 9 is equal to 0. So x will be minus 1, x will be equal to plus 9. So we took x as the speed of the boat, right? So it cannot be negative. So what is the value of x? It is equal to 9. So speed of the boat is equal to 9. Okay, I hope you understood these 4 problems what we did today. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video.